Hello, Envy here and welcome to Endico Gaming. We're going to continue with this series of Shroud of the Avatar. This will be part 5 and I think I've currently got to around about level 20, level 21, something like that since the last video. So we'll be jumping in to have a little look at the card combat system again and create a new card system which will keep us in good stead to get to about level 30. So I'll catch you in game in a second. Okay then, I've just loaded Shroud of the Avatar and I've made my way to Owl's Head to the skill trainer, Mervyn. And we need to do a little bit more work around our deck system now. If I press C, you'll see I'm now at level 21. I'm still production level 1, but we can do some work over that a bit later. And if I press Y, you'll see I now have 5 slugs. It's worth noting that you don't get the additional space in your deck until you hit, say, level 11 or level 21. It doesn't stick it like at level 10 you get the extra, or level 20. It's always that extra 1 level ahead. So if we just close that and open up the skills list, you'll see I've got 88 points. I haven't spent any points since the last time I visited the skill trainer over in Kingsport. So between level 11 and 21 I've amassed 88 points. It's also worth noting that you passively collect crafting points as well, even though I haven't done any gathering or refining or anything like that. That increases slightly each time you level up with your adventuring level. We'll sort the crafting levels out in a little bit, but first of all let's have a quick look at the adventuring side of it. We need to get 5 more glyphs into our deck. My advice at the moment is still to stay down the route of being a warrior with swords. Don't go so much into magery just yet. I would suggest that at level 30. At level 30 I'll produce a separate video in its own right looking at a mage build as well as a warrior build, because at that stage you've got a lot more choice in terms of what you can do and a lot more options in terms of places you can go and with things to fight and that kind of thing as well. Level 30 is the best time to start looking at magery. So the place I want to look at this time is actually in the tactics tree. If you remember before, we put some points into healthy and into strength. The one I'm interested in is actually this, which is the offhand attack. Now this is if you dual wield, i.e. you've got a sword in each hand. I find the offhand attack tends to do a lot more damage than the standard attacks. It's instant as well, it's really quick, and it opens up other options such as offhand defense, as well as increasing the offhand power. So I want to actually put the 5 points and take 5 glyphs in offhand attack. And while we're at it, let's increase the defense, and you'll see it increases the damage resistance. So I've got 5 damage resistance from that. And I want to increase the power as well, so let's increase that, and it takes it to 20%. That leaves us with 28 points left, despite us having dealt with the issue regarding our deck and removing the slugs. So the next best place to go is in the focus tree, because I think we need a few more glyphs out on the table, so to speak. So let's increase higher consciousness and take that up to, actually I was going to say 6, but let's go 5. And let's have one more lock glyph as well. So before we got a lock glyph for a heal, and this will give us a second option to put something else in there. We can have a little look at that in a moment or two. I've still got 21 points left. Mental reflex, let's max that out so it deals a little bit faster. I was having a few focus issues and running out of focus points, so let's take that up to 5 in train intelligence. That will increase the focus. I prefer to do this rather than just do the heightened awareness, because that has a double whammy in terms of the magery. And although we're not a mage build, we do have magery in terms of death. We still use the death touch. So putting the points into a train intelligence, in theory should start increasing the damage attached to the death touch. So I've got 13 points left. Now if I remember rightly, I lowered that down to 4, so let's put that back up to 5. Let's go on to, where are we? Blades. We want to increase the critical chances, so let's put a few more points into that, and let's leave it like that. We've used up all our points, and we should have a reasonable deck to go with there. We may as well, while we're at it, go into the crafting side, open up the gathering. We put a lot of points into field dressing. Let's put a few more points in these actually. Let's put some in the bottom here, so there's a chance that I don't use up the node. So let's put a few in that, and in foraging as well. Let's put a few more points into foraging, like that. I've got 1 point left. Let's just put that into mining. So let's leave it like that for now. Good. So we can close that down, and we can open up our deck again. Click on this and then click modify. And what we can put in there, we want the offhand attack, so let's put 5 of those into the deck. Draw speed, we want to move that down to fastest. Hand size is 9, so the maximum you can ever have is 10, because we only put 5 points in rather than 6, so the max is 10, but we've gone with 9. And I've got a spare box to put a glyph into. I could put healing touch in and have like a lesser heal. I don't really want to do that. Let's put a cause healing touch is it only heals about between 10 and 15 damage. We might as well put a health potion in for now. It might come in useful. Personally, they need a lot more of attention over the potions. I don't actually think they're that good at the moment, but I'd probably prefer to use a health potion rather than the healing touch. Although the health potion does cost money to buy, or if you want to craft it, you've got to do a bit of gathering surrounding it. But it's worthwhile. I would certainly rather use the healing ray and use the health potion as the last resort. So let's just go with that for now and click done. And we can close that, and we can close that. So we're all equipped with that. Now the other thing we need to do is we need to open up our inventory and our paper doll, because we've only got 1 sword in here and we need another sword. So let's move the torch out, because we don't need that anymore. And we may as well just put we could just put a rusty sword in there. But actually, I think what we'll do, we'll go and visit the armourer, because if you actually look at the top right hand corner, you'll see these 2 little icons. One's a broken red sword and the other's a broken shield. That indicates that your armour and weapons are absolutely trashed. You won't do any damage at all with your weapon, and you won't do any damage at all. Well, you won't protect yourself that much at all with your armour either, so you're going to take loads of damage and you'll have virtually no attack. Just to show you how to resolve this before we go any further, I mentioned in I think it was the first video when we did or was it the second video when we did a bit of a tour of Owl's Head, that you could buy repair kits from the armourer. Now I've got a few repair kits here, but you also get 3 which got a 0 value against it. You get those automatically when you create your character. To actually use the repair kit, just in case you're not quite so sure, say you want to repair this sword, you take your repair kits and you click and drag and drop, and that will use up a repair kit, and you'll see that that's actually increased from 0 to 20, and you'll see that the little icons disappeared to say that you're okay. If your items are completely broken, they'll be red and broken. If your items are severely damaged, the durability is less than 20, they'll appear as like orange symbols, which basically says you need to be going and repairing your items now rather than later because they're going to break. So let's close those down and let's just head out to the armourer for a second. I've got a little bit of gold, so hopefully we can do something. So if we just head over here and we can double click the blacksmith and click equipment. I don't want to go too much into armour at the moment. I think it's at this stage it's best just to stay with leather armour. We can make a more formal decision at say level 30 when we can really choose which kind of direction we want to go in. So we could go with could buy a pirate's cutlass. These are one-handed. Those are 300 each. Yeah, let's take a couple of pirate cutlasses. That will leave me with 475 left. Click to exchange. So if I open up my inventory and my paper doll, go onto equipment, let's get rid of these two swords and let's put my pirate cutlasses in place, because I need one in each hand now because of the offhand attack, and I need to just repair some of this other armour. So if I just drag some of these over the armour, what else is broken? Yeah, leather armour, there we go. So I've repaired my armour, not fully, but just enough so the icons will disappear. And if I press Z, you'll see I now pull out both my weapons, and you can see that the glyphs start to appear a little bit quicker than they did last time. And I've got a lot more glyphs available, got an extra 2, and of course these 2 heal options are now fixed. Once again, with the offhand attack you can still stack them, so we're all set for battle now. So join me in the next video and we'll see what we can do. We'll probably head out into... We'll probably have a little look around North Ravenswood again, but we'll probably also dip our toe into Deep Ravenswood. We're probably a little bit light on level at the moment for that, but so we'll just see how we get on. So join me next time, but for now, goodbye.